Hello, dear student. Welcome to another lesson in sociolinguistics. Today, we'll be talking about bilingualism. Bilingualism is a concept known as the habitual use of two languages in daily interaction. So, the term bilingualism has been baffling sociolinguists for many years, as their attempt to define bilingualism has always resulted in having different definitions. Okay, so there has never been like an agreed upon definition of what is bilingualism, but each sociolinguist tries to define it uh, according to their, understanding of this word. So, according to Hornsby, 1977, to be considered bilingual, one must have the ability to use two different languages. Okay, so according to this definition by Hornsby in 1977, it is just about the ability to use two different languages. If you use two different languages, then you are a bilingual. But this definition is ambiguous, in the sense that it does not specify what ability here refers to in this context. So it's about understanding language or producing language or writing language or what. So we have ability. This term used here is ambiguous. So this definition, of course, is ambiguous, and we don't know what exactly did Hornsby mean by this word. And then we have Blomfield. This linguist defines bilingualism as native-like control of two languages. So that is, you need to have a native-like knowledge in both languages. In other words, to be a bilingual, you need to acquire two languages. So you acquire them spontaneously, naturally. If you have this native-like language in both languages, then you are bilingual. Okay. And the Today Board 1961, considers a bilingual as someone who has receptive knowledge of the second language. Again, according to this definition, a bilingual is someone who understands second language without any need for producing it. So it is receptive, just you understand language, okay, you are bilingual. Okay, so according to this definition, as we have said, it is just about receptive knowledge. Hogan speaks of minimal ability or knowledge of the second language. This definition does not again specify the meaning of minimal ability. What do you mean by minimal ability? Does it about again the speaking, understanding, writing language, or what? Okay, so you read this definition and then you can judge on your own about how adequate this definition is. See, it's still ambiguous. Moving on to other linguists, Hornsby already talked about bilingualism, but here again comes with another definition, which is he says that bilingualism is not a matter of all or none property, but is an individual characteristic that may exist to degrees, varying from minimal competence to complete mastery of more than one language. Okay, so according to Hornsby, uh, bilingualism it's not a matter of property whether you speak or receive or produce or whatever language, but there are degrees. Okay, so individual characteristic that may exist to a degree to degrees varying from minimal competence. So if you have minimal competence in a language, you are to a certain degree bilingual, but of course to a certain degree. And then someone else has a complete mastery of more than one language, they are also bilingual in certain degree. So it's a matter of degrees when we're talking about the bilingualism according to Hornsby. This definition allows some sort of continuum in degrees of more than one language, which provides space for anyone who has from minimal to maximum knowledge of two languages to be a bilingual. So, however, it is difficult to measure the degrees of bilingualism in terms of speaking, writing, understanding. When you're talking about these degrees, this definition is really difficult to apply. Okay, uh, in an attempt to define bilingualism, sociolinguists provided some distinctions through which we can have a thorough understanding of bilingualism. So, sociolinguists now speak of these these distinctions. So we have balanced bilingualism, that is balanced bilinguals, means that those who have equal mastery of two languages, so the speakers are as sufficient in one language as they are in the other. That is, they have full mastery of uh, two languages. Okay. Then we have unbalanced bilinguals, those speakers whose competence in one language is not the same in another language. They do not have equal mastery of both languages. That is, you have uh, you have a mastery of one language, but you have maybe minimal competence in another language. So these the competence of both languages are not the same. So we're talking here about unbalanced bilingualism. So you speak one language very fluent and accurately, but the other one just a little bit. Okay, and then we have again compound bilinguals. Those bilinguals who have the same semantic network, that is, the words of the same languages have the same meaning. It happens when the bilinguals acquire two languages in the same cultural context. So if you acquire two languages at the same cultural context, you have the same meaning for different words. So we have, for example, المرأة in Arabic and woman in English. You have the same meaning. If you are asked, you would give the same definition or the same meaning to these words. So they are the same words, so we keep the same meaning. Okay, you acquire the same meaning because you acquire the language in the two languages in the same context, the same culture context. And then we have coordinate bilinguals. Bilinguals have different semantic network. Words in both languages have different meaning. It happens when you acquire languages in different contexts. Sometimes when you acquire two languages in different contexts, in two different contexts, even we have the same word for example, and woman in and femme, for example, in French, woman in English, they have different meaning in your mind. So you acquire, if you are asked to give a definition or give the meaning of these same word in different languages, you will give different meaning. Okay, so again, this is well, the problem here is that some sociolinguists, linguists mostly, for these two uh, last uh, distinctions, that is compound bilinguals and coordinate bilinguals, linguists speak of the fact that the the meaning of words is the same. That is, the lexical meaning of the words is the same in all languages. Okay, what is a woman in French has the same. Okay, woman in English has the same meaning as femme in French, as mar'a in Arabic. So the lexical meaning is the same. The difference is only in the associative meaning or the connotative meaning. Okay, that's why these two last distinctions are problematic. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this video or this lesson, and that's it. Take care.